Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. It's a beautiful autumnal day here in the UK and we've come to Bristol to collect our reupholstered cushions from Cat at Cat Upholstery, and we're super excited to see them. We've not seen them yet. Oh, I'm so excited!
So we've just parked up and arrived at Cat's studio and we're super excited to see the cushions. We're going to go in now. Unfortunately, we could not bring our van with us. We really wanted to, so that we could bring the cushions straight out and try them, but the van is just not in a state to bring it all the way to Bristol just yet. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks, all is going to come together.
We need more than hopes and wishes for us.
They look incredible. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, like I'm just... Oh, they're so soft. They're so nice. Look at the colour on there. The top's so nice.
Kat basically chose this piping for us and she made such a good choice. How nice does that look?
Oh man, I can't wait.
They look
to
incredible
see them,
and so soft.
They're so soft. I'm so happy. I don't know if you can tell from my face, but it hurts from smiling. They're amazing. They're amazing.
And we haven't even introduced Kat yet.
No, this is Kat.
Hello, I'm Cat. I'm Cat Upholstery, who made these. So yeah, I'm super chuffed that you guys like them. I can't wait to see them in situ. Have you got a name for your van yet?
No. Still no name.
No name.
Maybe the cushions will help us come up with a name.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, once all the stuff's in, she's going to get more of a character, so we shall see.
Definitely.
But yeah, Kat is an absolute expert in this field, obviously, and she helped us so much through the whole process, which was really good and made it all kind of really easy for us. And they look absolutely amazing, so thanks, Kat.
That's all right.
So Kat has kindly kept the old upholstery for us. And
just to see how hideous they were.
They went from that to that. I don't think it could get any better than that. She's kept all of these pieces, so maybe we can do something with them. Maybe burn them.
Have like a little shrine.
Yeah.
One little bit.
And I know some of you guys were telling us to keep the old fabric, and I really do not know what you were talking about. That was such a bad idea, and I'm glad we didn't listen to you, because these look amazing.
These are way better. And
look at the colour, they just pop, and that's going to look so nice with the kitchen as well, the kitchen colour that we've gone for.
That's true. And also the fact that they all have zips, so we can take them off and wash them if we ever need to, because we couldn't do that with the old ones either, so that's another reason why they were bad.
No, I think that's really important when you live in a van. You can, unzip these cushions so you can wash them, because they will get dirty. You're living in a small space, small environment, so that's really important.
I've been told that time will heal all our wounds and our sorrows too.
When Bea and Theo first came and delivered their cushions to me, it was in this rather fetching fabric, which a lot of caravans were upholstered in. So what I did was I started deconstructing all of the cushions. They all had these little button details as well. I think these are quite cute, nice to hold on to them. Either recover them or, I don't know, a little shrine.
A little memento.
So I took all of those out. These guys decided that they didn't want buttons. So we went through the process of choosing the material. They gave me a colour scheme that they really wanted. And then I gave them all the fabrics and they made a choice on this really beautiful fabric, which is called Cosmo Teal. And I think it's from the Yorkshire fabric shop. It's really beautiful, really nice and soft. And then they wanted a little pop of colour. And we went for this gold material. It's just cotton drill. But it just brings the whole thing to life.
It really does. Like, I didn't realise, obviously, not knowing anything about this kind of area, and you said, no, this will really work, and it has. It just makes them pop.
Yeah, it's really lovely. And Bea was saying that you guys wanted the bottom cushions to have a flow, so we haven't put any seams on the bottom ones at all.
Yeah, so it's completely smooth along here,
yeah.
which is going to look really nice.
Which will look really lovely, and sometimes you can put piping up here as well, but I think just having that little bit on the bottom, it just adds a little special something without being too overpowering. So when I deconstructed all the cushions and took off this lovely material, the bottom two, being Theo, well, B said Theo's got a bony bum, so we needed to add some more foam. So I got an inch of memory foam, which I cut out to the same shape and then attached it with spray adhesive, and then I wrapped every single cushion in wadding, which is this stuff. Just here, look, this is from your job. This stuff, you can buy it in most online and in most fabric shops. It's quite thick, and I just wrapped it up because you want them to be real nice and bouncy.
Yeah,
really.
it's so much more firm now, which is going to really help my bony bum.
It's going to help your bony bum. So I did that for the bottom two, added that inch and the wadding, and then all of the top ones I just wrapped in more wadding. So we held on to the foam that these guys had provided me with this lovely fabric. So that was the process that I went through creating these cushions for these guys.
Before this night is over, I will guide you home.
Cat Upholstery started just over a year ago. My husband John and I bought a big yellow transit van called the Honeybee, and we spent about 3 and a bit months converting her. When I was at university, I did a fashion textiles degree in Bristol, at Bristol UE, and I just never quite found my thing. I really love making things, I always have, and I parked it for a bit, became a teacher for a while, and then whilst we were converting the van, I was looking at the seats and thought there might be something in this. So I went on a course and I met a lovely man called Scott, and he taught me, and he said to me, maybe you should take a little leap of faith, and I did. And with the support of my friends and my husband as well, I started Cat Upholstery, and now I essentially make, I guess, garments for chairs is a way a kid once described it to me, which I thought was quite sweet. And now I've been making all sorts. So I make covers for car seats, I trim them up, I trim up cushions, door cards, rock and roll beds, all the things you would put into a camper van or into a vehicle. And the other reason why I created it is because when I was younger, my parents had a VW camper van called Muv. If you check out my website, you'll see the whole story in full detail. And I used to love being chucked in it and going away for the weekend. I've always had this yearn for adventure, I guess. And that way, you can just jump and go. And I'd love to be able to create personality for other people in their van, make it super comfortable, like with Theo and his bony bum, and yeah, just go and have a great adventure. As you can see, I've trimmed up the top part. This is in a dark blue vinyl, and then I've used this rather lovely jazzy Aztec fabric for the centerpiece that goes down the middle. It's also got piping that goes around the edges. Vinyl is extremely durable, as is leather. I've put in this fabric piece just to add a bit of jazz. I've also reinforced it with something called scrim, but you do have to remember when you put in a fabric centerpiece into a seat, you have to consider things like UV rays, so it can fade. It's also not going to be as durable as the vinyl or the leather. So you kind of have to have that division between practicality and creativity. But it's your choice at the end of the day. Also, I have here the bottom, the base, the foam base for the transit seat. And as you can see here, we've got a bit of foam damage. This is usually happens in van seats to the driver's seat, because that's where the driver is jumping in and out of his van. Don't panic too much. I can always perform some kind of foam surgery to this. Equally, you can get another mould remade, and the foam can be delivered, and I can then trim up the seat from that. But just keep your eyes peeled. If you do have a van and this is happening, then you might want to get a new bit or see if somebody can patch it up.
We are so happy with our cushions. They're exactly how we wanted them to be. And if you guys want your cushions reupholstered by Cat, then it's definitely worth getting in touch with her well in advance of when you're going to need them, because this stuff takes a long time. She's a one-woman show and she is incredibly busy.
So regarding the reupholstery of cushions or seats, whatever you would like done, one little bit of advice is usually lots of people aren't necessarily using their camper van in the winter seasons as much as they are in the spring and summer seasons. So if there is something you would like doing, I highly recommend getting in touch with me in the winter, so then I can get it done and it can all be beautiful for when you want to get your van out in the spring and summer. Good bit of advice.
So we've just arrived back from Bristol. It was a really smooth drive. It felt a lot faster getting back than getting there, I think, because we were just so excited to get the cushions in the van. We've put them in, and in fact we've put everything else in the van. So we've put the kitchen in, we've put the bedside cabinet in, and the cushions in, and it really has just brought the whole thing to life. Let me show you. So here we have them in situ. How lovely do they look?
They are amazing. They're so comfortable. So basically, as we kept saying in the video, my bony bum would go through the old caravan cushions, but now it's got an extra inch of memory foam on the top, and they're so nice to sit on. They're just so comfortable, and
Look
yeah,
at
the
that.
colours go so well together.
Chill in. So much room.
Yeah. Oh, she did such a cracking job. It's such nice material. So I don't know if you guys know about material, but material has like a certain rub count, which I'm not sure how they do the actual scientific procedure, but anyway, it has a rub count, and this is a really high rub count because obviously it's in a van, it's going to be used daily, so we wanted something that's hard wearing.
So we've just plonked the kitchen in. It's not finished, as you can see. We still haven't connected up the cupboard doors or anything, but that's on. And we can already see that it's complementing the blue cushions so nicely. Let me just step in the van. So we've got the gorgeous blue here. I love the gold flash that you just see along the bottom. It's just so nice. Lovely, my favourite cushion. And then we've got the green up here with the copper. Ah, that plastic is going back on these cushions until the van is done, because we do not want to trash these, do we? These are special to us.
There's so much sawdust flying around. We want to make sure we keep these protected.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we said earlier in the video, if you would like some super cool custom cushions for your camper van conversion, don't hesitate to go and contact Cat. All of her details are in the description below. She's super nice. She'll get back to you. And yeah, you can get your own beautiful cushions.
So thank you so much for watching today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if you can tell from our faces, but we are super happy with how it's all turning out, and it no longer looks like a building site, it looks more like a home. So yeah, over the next month we're gonna get this thing done.
Keep an eye out because we have so many more videos on the way, so make sure you click that notification bell. Keep up to date with what we're doing, because yeah, we have amazing videos on the way. Next up is probably going to be something to do with our water system. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out, and we'll see you on the next video.
Head over to theindieprojects.com/shop and check out our new merchandise. Join us on Patreon for exclusive content, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.